At first glance, he's cringe, annoying, and he wants to NTR Okuren. That's in Joji Jin, aka Gigi, Momo's ex-Koi Bito. I very much think that Gigi's very first impressions wasn't a very good one, but it's one where I believe that morphs over time into a positive one. With season 2 of Dandadan just around the corner, or if you end up watching this video further down the line, the analysis of our third wheel male counterpart like Ida will remain the same. There will be some light spoilers, so you guys are warned. Some of us don't want to admit this, but when female competition or male competition enters the fold for the girl you like, you stack yourself up against this person, and then your self-confidence goes down the drain with your head hung low, slumped over. Seeing this red-headed handsome, smart, funny, and even likes what you likes, and the occult bastard outshines you in every way possible. That's Gigi. That is a purposeful approach from Yuki Nobutatsu in creating this character. He is supposed to be annoying from Takakura Ken's perspective because it stings that much harder and it feels much more realistic when you compete like this in a real romance. Are you gonna date the dude with the Toyota Camry, or are you gonna go with the guy that has a red Ferrari? This is the purpose of Gigi's character in being the romantic foil to Okuren, as Ida is Momo. With Gigi's introduction, it brings forth all of our insecurities, whether you deem it legitimate or not. It is Okuren's journey to find security and also friendship. Before season 1 ended, it's quite clear that Ken has built up the courage seeing Taro go chase down his woman in Hana, and it has motivated him to continue searching for his golden balls, literally and figuratively. From Momo's perspective, she's playing into the female obliviousness trope, with her past feelings of Gigi being the ex-Koibito. Ken has to conquer that feeling of insecurity and facing off against a guy that 100% wants to be with Momo. It's that female obliviousness that anchors most of these feelings of jealousy we may experience, not only from Ken's perspective, but from an audience perspective as well. So how can a guy that represents someone that is supposed to be a nuisance from a romance perspective end up being someone you like? It's the dilemma that characters like Ida play just as well. It's the exact kind of tension summarized that made people fall for characters like Hina and Blue Box. It all starts to shift most during the Cursed Mansion arc, with Gigi trying to save his parents from whatever spiritual chaos is happening back in his village. From Ken's perspective, it's screw this guy trying to take my future girl. And from Momo's perspective, we find out that it's really about helping Okuren find a friend, like his first friend. It's one of those subtle things you know a girl that likes you when they start to care for you in a selfless way that they wouldn't do for anyone else. Like,
Moe moe kiko.
This is like the foundational backstory character arc for Gigi. From NTRing to becoming too unlikable to hate to respecting him for being an overall good guy character. The tide continues to turn for our outlook on Gigi as they bump heads over a girl, and then all of a sudden, it's time for the plot to take over. Gigi and Okuren get caught up with the Kito family, who are the landlords for the house Gigi's family is renting and living in. And we come to find out that they are secretly sacrificing people for the Tsuchinoko snake monster, aka Kuragari, aka Mongolian death worm of the 200-year legend. There's no easier way to bond than a life or death situation and facing a common enemy. It becomes like an Easter egg for way later on that Okuren finds out that Gigi's favorite football player is Saint Germain. You know what else brings people together? When you get your ass kicked as a team. Like how Ida provided the classic shonen team of 3, it's now Gigi's turn to help Okuren and Momo fight these diddlers and the Tsuchinoko serpent monster. This is where Gigi shines the brightest because he is indeed, like Ayase Baba said, a prodigy. He is an immense talent where all the ladies want to toggle his Zenjoji. It's a metaphor not only for his character as a whole, but literally, spiritually. He is the most gifted spiritual user that we know of right now, and we continue to see why he's so strong as all the future arcs continue to play out. When other characters are affected by various curses, Gigi ends up being the most resistant. He's like the tank and the carry. That's how much the story pushes Gigi's potential capabilities. His character arc is quite the slow brewing one throughout Dandadan, but this arc of the Cursed Mansion, which season 2 will cover, is pretty much everything we need to know about Gigi on a fundamental level. Gigi isn't just some selfish prick, he's legitimately a good guy, and a good friend, and a good hero. Gigi saves both of them multiple times from the Tsuchinoko and from themselves with the help of Turbo Baba. This is the core of Gigi's humanity. He's a hero and he is the star of this arc. At least for this portion of the arc before Okuren and Momo start to take over. And there's nothing like accumulating some battle scars in the process to grow your badassery lore, which leads to the beginning of Evil Eye. Evil Eye, whose power is almost exactly the same as the Tsuchinoko in making you go crazy with the psychic waves. So if you look at his eyes, you'll want to yeet yourself. Evil Eye is foundational to Gigi's character. It is not only something that helps balance Gigi's immense talent, where he hasn't fully tapped into yet, but one that provides the empathetic, humanistic nature to Gigi's character that we all easily can latch onto. As we can see up until this point in this arc, how we look at Gigi from before, from an annoying romance perspective, has quickly shifted into this guy being a true hero. These are moments where we have to trust Gigi and cheer for him if we want to protect Momo and Okuren. It is his time to shine. It's this extreme dilemma that Yukinobu Tats must bring to light for Gigi's character to be disliked and liked at the same time. It's a way to bring redeemable aspects to a character that might have been looked upon as unpopular. It's the same thing the author did with Ida. So yeah, check out my Ida video and check out my Momo video, and also check my Okuren video. It is in chapter 39 we get to see Evil Eye's backstory and how Gigi becomes one with it. Longer story short, Evil Eye's backstory is trauma filled with him being a kid that just wanted to play with other kids before being burnt to a crisp by a volcano while locked up for whatever reason. As the Kito family began a ritual to sacrifice another family to the Tsuchinoko, Evil Eye absorbed the little boy before being sacrificed. So now they are one, and now they are one with Gigi. Playing upon the hot and cold trope of turning into Evil Eye and turning back into Gigi with hot water, this is Gigi's current form as he learns to hone his spiritual power. Chapter 40 is where Gigi sees the humanity and trauma that Evil Eye carries. So like all pure good-hearted shonens, he wants to find a way to save him. You know, being a good guy and being a kind-hearted individual is almost like a double-edged sword. Evil Eye causes tons of mayhem in the process of Gigi's goodwill, destroying homes and almost yeeting people Gigi cares for. While Gigi brings the romantic dilemma, he too has his own personal character growth between trying to save a childlike entity while balancing all the chaos that ultimately comes with it. Being that Gigi accepts Evil Eye into his being to somehow one day relieve him of his childlike abandonment trust issues, it was during the fight against Evil Eye and Okuren's horny Turbo Baba powers that solidified the friendship between Gigi and Okuren. From a narrative standpoint, it's Okuren's first real friend that he acknowledges, as well as Gigi, who started to acknowledge him right before he turned into the Evil Eye. This is more or less Gigi's character in a nutshell. He is the annoyingly perfect, traditionally accepted romantic partner that the average to below average guy often loses against. But as it turns out, it is hard to hate someone that is actually a very good human being, a good friend, and a reliable hero. That is in Joji Jin. But in the end, we all know damn well that clearly Okuda and Momo are destined for each other. We can see the lesson and payoff from miles away. You like who you like, and that just so happens to be the Toyota Camry. Okuda, Takakura Ken. But Gigi always finds a way to NTR our boy. So after the Cursed Mansion arc and the Evil Eye arc, Gigi's character is more or less the same in terms of our expectations of him, except the newest manga arc with another potential romantic suitor of Momo's that's introduced in the prior arc in Unjizuma, who helps reveal a different side to Gigi. So overall, this is Jin's character. Like Ida, he provides the NTR side of the story. He becomes too good of a character where it is hard to hate him. In 3, he has his own personal character arc with the Evil Eye that at some point in the story, he's gonna have to help him overcome whatever yokai negative spirit thing that's going on with it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Gigi's character. Do you like him or hate him? I wonder what the ultimate payoff will be when Gigi is in complete control of his power. And when exactly will he be able to save Evil Eye from, you know, being evil? So yeah guys, do me a favor, hit the like button if you're liking Joji Jin, and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog at otakusen.com. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.